Back on Monday, back with the pads, back with the big boys, back with the hitting. That's football, baby.
What is up, Titan Nation? So good to be live tonight. Another week of the Rossi Report. I'm extremely excited to be here with you guys tonight to be talking Titans football. So stoked that football is back. You know, it's preseason, but, you know, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of news to go over. Who are the Titans going to keep? Who's sucking right now? And all that type of stuff. And we got the one, the only TA in the building. We're going to bring him in right now. What is up, Cyclops Swag?
What's up, guys? What's up, Rossi? How you doing, buddy?
Good, dude. I'm excited, man. I'm excited that that football is almost back. I mean, the preseason's here, but it's close, dude. I mean, what?
Yeah.
2.5 weeks, something like that. And
Getting there,
we'll
man.
be rolling.
Yeah.
It's exciting, man. I guess we'll start off kind of, your overall thoughts from this preseason game. Like, who stood out to you?
Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan Tannehill was I'm kidding. I was, as always, very impressed with Kyle Phillips. He just, continues to do everything right, leading up to that game. And Caleb Farley had a great game. Caleb Farley is somebody who brings size, length, speed. He's a 6'2" corner, very rangy, and we don't have a guy like that. Like Christian Fulton isn't a lengthy guy, medium-sized corner, whatever. And McCreary has the short arms, and he's not the tallest guy either. So this guy brings a different dimension to the corners. And I think seeing his progression, knowing and everyone knows how I feel about Farley. That's my guy. I want this to continue. I want to see him keep developing because, like I told you before the show started, if Farley takes that next step, it makes us way better as a defense. So that's what matters the most. Just being the best.
Dude, I was at the game and I was focusing in on Farley the whole time.
You said that.
Kinsey,
I remember you said that. Yep.
Kinsey and Farley were the ones I was watching the whole time, but I zeroed in on, I watched Farley almost every snap, and he was awesome. I mean, there was one play that he almost gave up where the guy missed it or whatever.
Miller got him, yeah.
Right. But I mean, 9 out of 10 plays, dude. I mean, he was blanketing their receivers. It was awesome to see. And just to see, he might be going up against backup guys or whatever, but you can tell, like, the speed, his mechanics, his footwork, like the way he backpedals. The dude is he's solid all around, in my opinion, I think he's got the potential to be a really good corner this year. I don't, a lot of people talking about McCreary and him, and McCreary might. I don't think so, man. I think Farley's going to be the outside corner guy. I think they've already made up their minds. And I think McCreary's going to play a lot of the slot. With Molden, they're going to go back and forth. I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think it's a lock at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's done. Honestly, I think Fulton and Farley, the outside guys. And then you can kind of rotate however you want in the slot. If you want Farley there, or not Farley, sorry, Elijah Molden there or McCreary, they both can handle that. The only difference is I think Molden won't go to the outside. McCreary will be the guy that takes that third. If someone's hurt or tired or whatever on the outside, McCreary will be the guy taking that one over. And that's probably how it's going to start. If it's any other way, I'd be shocked, to be honest, to start the season.
Yeah, I would too, man. I got a couple clips that I picked up right before the show of Farley from the game. We'll show them. They're real quick. So that's far. I'll show it again. Sorry, there's no sound or nothing. But if you look up at the top of the screen, guys, that's Farley up top, kind of blanketing his guy.
Beautiful.
Yep. And then here's another one. I think he was on Darden here.
Yeah, a little hold.
I mean,
a little hold, a little hold,
a little hold, but
a little touch.
Yeah, a little touch. But I mean,
a little pinch.
He's a dog, dude. I mean, he gets in there, man. He's not afraid to get physical. That's what I really like about him.
That one play he did where he saw the ball being thrown. It wasn't even to his guy; it was the other guy, and he ran off his receiver and went and made the play. Things like that it shows IQ,
right?
And it shows he knows what he's doing. It's just I heard somebody say, I can't remember who it was, maybe in the chat or whatever. At a different time, I can't remember whose show or what, but they're saying that it takes time. It takes time to get into football shape. Sometimes it takes people longer, especially after the injuries that this guy has experienced. And you can see confidence. You can see that swagger, that attitude in Farley again. And if that keeps building, and if that can carry over into the regular season, this defense can literally change games and literally single-handedly win us games by itself.
Yeah, it's exciting how good this defense could be. I do want to give a shout out to the people in the chat. We appreciate you showing up tonight. Romeo Saint, Shane Loki, Tighten Up, a lot of people in the building. Titan Fox. Who else we got here? Titans Time Podcast. Y'all go follow them on YouTube and Twitter and all the podcast apps and all that type of stuff. We're going to the game Saturday together. So excited about that. And Titan Fox says, I hope there's a big turnout this show. Wednesday nights aren't usually when we see Rossi and D. Yeah, I was trying to get one on Monday night, but I was busy and I don't really even know what I did Monday, but I couldn't get a show together. And Titan Fox is going to come on the show at some point. Sorry we haven't been able to get that together, buddy, but we'll get you on here. Sin City Titan in the building, my dude. Says tighten up the like button. Jonathan Hernandez is in the building. Stanley Wilson. And the Reverend Al Pierce. So give a shout out to Oiler Titans in the building. Who else we got in here? Hindanger. MB, longtime viewer. And Josh is in the building too. Hello to you too. And we'll get to some of your comments too here, guys. But Phillips, man, on the other side, super impressive. He solidified the punt returner role, no doubt.
Yeah.
Did you see the punt return they didn't show on TV?
Which one?
There was one. I got it here, but the Titans took a really awesome video of it, but they didn't show it on TV. Like they came.
They actually cut us off for a little bit. They were having technical difficulties for a little while, so I'm not sure if it was during that time or not. When I see or you could play the clip and I'll let you know if I saw. I can't remember though.
This is awesome, man. I think this pretty much won them the job.
Yeah, I reacted to that. I don't have I didn't make a video for it, but yeah, I was live when it happened. Yeah, that was unbelievable. It was it's like it's weird. Like his top end speed. I want to see him get in the open. I'm sure, I'm sure he's fast enough to score. Like when you break through the line, in a punt or a kickoff, there's not many people to beat. But the footwork, man, the vision, the hand, everything, man. It just seems like he could solidify that and even give us another weapon at receiver. That's going to help us. So I've been very impressed, man. I really have.
I have too. There was a report that came out of camp today that he was fielding punts. I got the tweet of it somewhere here.
Oh yeah.
It says Kyle Phillips has had a hard time tracking, handling punts from Ryan Stonehouse today. 3 muffs during the Titans' first special teams. So I don't think it's nothing to be too concerned about. Everybody has a bad day or whatever, but he is a rookie that is the type of play in a game that can turn the whole game around and screw you.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
So,
he's luckily it hasn't happened in a game yet. So let's hope that doesn't happen in the game. And I can tell from listening to his interviews and stuff, he's his biggest critic. You know what I mean? He's gonna be the first person to go watch film and go do anything he can. Go catch 1,000 balls from the machine or something. He seems like that type of guy. So I hopefully, like I said, hopefully it doesn't carry on. But it is something that is like, wow, like, because everyone's so used to him being so perfect, you know what I mean, and to hear this is like, whoa, wait a minute, oh wow. So I don't know, I'll keep my eye out, but right now it's like, we'll see.
And it'll be interesting to see how many receivers they keep. I did, one of our very own Titans for Life, James, came out with a video. And he's got a real source that's literally inside of the organization, and he's hearing that they're going to keep 7 wide receivers. It's about a minute long. I'll play it real quick and we can kind of talk about it.
Today, in my conversations with some individuals that are within the Titans organization and my sources from around the Titans organization, they're telling me that the Titans are likely to keep 7 wide receivers this year. And this is due to a multitude of factors, one being that the Titans don't want to repeat of last year where they were really short on wide receivers because they didn't have a lot. And when receivers went down with injuries, they didn't have anybody to stick in there in the game. And they really just don't want to repeat that. The other thing is that they're going to try to get younger at the wide receiver position as opposed to taking chances on veterans who are have injury issues and things like that. They're going to try to get younger at the wide receiver position and bring them up through the system so that they know the system in and out, and get dynamic playmakers that way. And then they are also concerned about the health of the wide receiver group this year, particularly that they are concerned that there may be issues, and they don't want to. They're just kind of hedging their bets on these things, and they want players that they know can play. Those are the quotes that came to me, was that they wanted players they knew could play in their system at this time at a moment's notice.
So there we go. There's James with the source. But what do you think? There's a possibility they keep 7? And I was going to ask the chat this, and we've talked about this a million times this offseason, but if they do, who do they keep? Who are the last 2 that they keep? We know the 5 they're going to keep. But as far as, I guess, out of those 4,
I mean, I would keep Dez and Kinsey. Roberson is whatever, and Hollister. I mean, Hollister's Hollister. He'll be there if you really, really need somebody in. A special team guy, whatever. I don't see him. Nah. I mean, if we're gonna keep 7, it's got to be Dez and Kinsey. I think we're keeping 6 personally. I'm not gonna doubt his source better than mine. I don't, but
yeah,
it's I just think 6 would make more sense. But if they want to keep 7 for whatever reason, I'm fine for that. I mean, the more weapons, the better. I mean, if someone goes down, I mean, you could never have too many weapons. I mean, look at last year. I mean, we had NWI in as most of our games as our number one. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
You got to have extra guys that can go out there and run. And we have a lot of guys this year who have a lot of skills. So if we do keep 7, cool. But I'm thinking 6. But if it is 7, it's got to be Dez and Kinsey. What do you think?
Yeah, I would go with Dez and Kinsey, and not really just because I'm a Kinsey homer, but I mean Roberson's shown some flash. I just don't know much about the guy. I haven't seen as much of him as I've seen of Kinsey, and I think if you keep 7, yeah, I mean Dez is improved out of those 4. I would keep those 2. Hollister, perfect. What you said about him. I mean, he's the
Yeah.
guy. The Titans love Hollister though. Like they
Yeah.
keep bringing him back. They keep, putting him out there. Like he's played in real games before. He's one of those guys. He wears that weird cutoff shirt in practice.
Yeah. I don't. He's got that long
Have you
hair
seen
too.
that?
Yeah.
He always does that in training camp. I noticed. But yeah, I mean, I just think that a lot of people go back and forth about, well, Phillips is the same as Kinsey and all that stuff. But if you keep 7 wide receivers, you can keep 2 players like that. You know what I mean? And if he is going to be a slot guy, if Kinsey is going to be strictly a slot guy, what if Phillips goes down? You don't have anybody else on the roster that can fill that role. I mean, there's no other kind of shifty, fast, small type of guy who can make moves like that. And I think you gotta. I mean, of course, you could always stick them on the practice squad and just call up a receiver or whatever. But
Yeah.
I just think there's times where you could have some real weapons in those 7 if they keep 7. Now that goes back to the whole thing, and this is what the title of the video is about. We can get into this with Woodside, because if they keep only 2 QBs, then that could open up the thing. So Woodside, man, we could talk about this. Like, granted, it's hard to judge a guy, especially when he's getting the 3rd team reps in the preseason. The offensive line for him has been absolutely just terrible. But at the same time, last preseason, he did really well. I mean, he did well enough to win him the backup job of an NFL team, which is extremely freaking important. I mean, that's a heck of a role to have on an NFL team. And it's just, I don't know, from what I hear, it's the pressure of Malik that's getting him riled up, and the reason that he's playing the way he's playing. Has his time come to an end, man? Would you cut Woodside and leave Malik as the backup at this point?
I would have cut him a long time ago. Like, I would have rather have Derrick Henry throw footballs. Like, I'm being serious. I am dead serious. Like, what I saw from Woodside in that second game was his arm strength is not there, especially when there's pressure. He has happy feet. He doesn't make the smart decisions, and you would assume he would, being in the system forever. Like, it's just like we know what he is. We know what he is. A poor man's Charlie Whitehurst. Like that. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Malik is somebody who, to be honest, he fell in the right spot. He gets to work on the things that he needs work on. You know what I'm saying? And when his time comes, man, I think with this defense, Derrick Henry is going to be so nasty, man. So I think Woodside, he should have already been cut a long time ago, man. It's ridiculous. Like, he shouldn't even see it. The next game should be Malik the whole damn game. Don't even that's what it should be, literally.
Upload says, but Logan knows the playbook, TA. And
He didn't know it. He didn't know it last game. He didn't know it last game.
Right,
Oh
dude.
man.
I agree with you, man. And somebody made a really good comment here, William Young. It's simple. Who gives you a better chance to win, Willis or Woodside? I think there's no doubt in my mind. Even where Willis is now in his development, even he holds the ball for too long, it's going to be a lot different facing starting defenses for sure. But his legs alone give you a better chance of at least doing something. If
You know what I noticed about him, and I don't mean, I'm sorry to cut you off, is
no, you're good.
what you said about his legs and stuff. He's built thick. Like when you look at Lamar
Yep.
Jackson and stuff, he's thin. Like Lamar's put on a little muscle supposedly, but look at the difference in the lower body. He's literally built like similar to Steve McNair. It's just he's more explosive with his legs. He's faster than Steve McNair. And I noticed it seems like he has that I like to call eyes behind the back of their head attribute, if you will. Like he knows when someone's behind him 9 times out of 10. And because his legs are so thick, he can get those low center of gravity 180 degree spins and get out of there and then use that burst of acceleration and run or throw it downfield. You pair this type of weaponry with a King Henry play action, with a Robert Woods who can do pretty much a little bit of everything, with a Traylon Burks who, trust me, for some reason, I think he's just meant for Tannehill this year. Him and Tannehill have a great connection. I think it's going to show up in the regular season. You got 2 of these crazy tight ends, Chig and Hooper. It's going to, oh man, Malik, when his time comes, I think it could be scary, man. But Tannehill's time now.
Yeah, it's definitely his time to show up, man. But I'm super excited about Malik, man. He brings that, like, he's one of those type, and maybe the last time I kind of felt this way was when we had Vince Young, like during the rookie season, where he wasn't great, but he went out there and he won games, like he won out like the last. Well, he won like
he actually has a pretty good winning record. He won a lot of games. Like they were nail biter games most of the time, comeback wins most of the time. But yeah, you're completely right. Yeah, it's funny. It's just the only difference is one was drafted so much higher, but this one had high expectations. There was times people had Malik highest quarterback in the draft. I mean, even going to the Panthers, it's crazy, man. It's a blessing in disguise. It really is.
I had him. I had him as the number 1 QB in the draft. I mean, just based on his arm strength alone, and you can coach a guy. I mean, you get the right coaches in there. The stuff that he's, that stuff. As long as he's coachable, he can be coached. As long as he's humble and he's willing to learn and be patient and all that stuff. I think he's got a heck of a future, man. I really do.
Is he the guy that you thought would be a target for us? Like for me,
no.
I didn't even consider him because I didn't think it was a possibility. I didn't think he was going to fall to us. Even in the first round, I didn't. I was like, even if we want a quarterback in the first round, I was like, he's not going to be there. So every time I did like a draft thing or some type of talk about a quarterback up for us taking, I always thought Ritter would be so fun in our offense just because he's quick. He doesn't have the greatest arm strength, but he's, accuracy, quick release, a lot of kind of similar to Mariota-ish. That's the guy that I thought would be possible to get. And then we ended up with Malik, and it's I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did. 'Cause to be honest, I think he's going to fit in perfectly. That style is going to be perfect. Especially if he learns to use his legs second instead of first. That's going to be huge.
I just didn't think we were going to get a quarterback. I mean, but I guess, you got a guy like that falls in your lap in the 3rd round. How could you not take him? You would be dumb not to.
I think, to be honest, I think it's almost disrespectful how he fell to the 3rd round, late second, whatever it happens. But it's like, where did you even in his workouts, you see him throwing the ball going the other direction, dropped right in the bucket, and the people are going crazy and everything. It's like, how many people could do that? How many people
Yeah, I
can?
know.
How many people have his escapability and his quickness? Nobody like that. It doesn't matter. I don't understand. Like it, they really think just because he played against bad competition, he's not worth it. But he didn't have much to work with, and he was still doing good. So
Right.
it's all right. Our gain.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited about him. I hope that
Very.
he can. I'd like to see him sit a year. I mean, I
Yeah.
hope
Agreed.
Tannehill has a good year. I hope he,
Yep.
has a comeback type of year, and because Tannehill, he's that type of guy that he has the ability. Like he has
Yeah.
incredible ability. It's just consistency, putting it all together. We've seen it. I mean, we've seen Tannehill those couple of seasons where he killed it for us. They weren't flukes. I mean, they weren't just you know luck. I mean, the guy is a really good pro quarterback. He's been inconsistent in his career, and hopefully he can come back. And last year I give him a mulligan because look at what he had to throw to. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
And look at the O-line play, and that's something I want to get to as well. Another player in the game who they put in as a right tackle, Dylan Radins. He had a terrible game. I watched some of him too when I was there. Um, our Titans for Life, he's talked about how the guy never played right tackle in college. It's a whole new position to him. The rookie Petit Frere, he ended up playing better than Radins. Um, what do you think, man? Are we in trouble at that position?
It's nothing that we're, you know, doing backflips and celebrating over. That's for sure. Um, I I personally think Radons is a left tackle. I don't think he's a right tackle myself. Um,
Right.
it is different, regardless if people want to admit it. It's standing on a different angle. Blocking people going a different way. It's different. Um, that being said, he has played like trash. He's played terrible. Luckily, we drafted um, big old Frenchman. I'm not gonna butcher his name, but
Yeah.
he came in, did well, and I think that's why we took him because the high upside he does have, and if he's ready to go in and play, I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't care who's in there. I just want them to block. That's all I care. I don't care about the name on the back. Like Lawan could be benched for all I care, as long as the team is playing well. But it does suck because again, a high draft pick underperforming, and it's just like, man, come on, dude. Like, and he has so much talent. He has so much talent. Um, and it'll be sad, like, if he doesn't work out and he goes to another team where he gets to play his position, left tackle, and he turns out to be
Right.
a 10-year starter for someone at left tackle just because we didn't want to put him at left tackle in front of Lawan. That's something that is kind of scary because he does have a lot of talent, and he's very young still. So we'll see, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, man, because they gotta put somebody out there come week one, and it's it's not being on an offensive lineman is not an easy position, especially being a rookie. Or I mean, Radens is still practically a rookie,
Yeah, didn't play much.
going up against the beast on the other side. I mean, some of these defensive ends out there now are just crazy athletes, dude. Just insane speed and strength. That's why they're the highest paid position in the league, pretty much. I mean, other than quarterback, but um, it's just insane, man. The ability that some of these guys, some of these defensive ends have in the league. It's insane, man. I guess so. Another player that stood out, Rashad Weaver. I probably spelled his name wrong there. Is it Rashard or Rashad? Did I spell that right?
It's Rashad, I think. I don't think no,
Probably
yeah, I don't think yours is right. I think it's Rashad.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Rashad. It is Rashad. I got to
Yeah.
change that.
I
But yeah,
was like the R. Yeah, it's tricky.
there we go. There we go.
There
We
you go.
got it. It was good to see him out there, dude. I'm excited
Yeah.
about him too. His athletic ability, just more depth, dude. Somebody you can plug and play. I know you really like him a lot. I think I saw your reaction when he got the sack.
Yeah, it's because he's one of the guys like that and it's not even just me. There's a few people because I don't when I'm right, I'm I'll admit I'm right, but when I'm wrong, I'll be the first person to admit I'm wrong. But he's one of the people that I was saying like he wasn't there last year. A-
Yeah,
And in preseason last year, we saw what the heck this guy can do when he's healthy. Same with Caleb Farley. He wasn't really there last year. These are two guys who are new additions to the team who are expected to make huge leaps. And a lot of people wanted that pass rusher early, forgetting we have one. He's still healing up. And to be honest, I think when week 1 comes, and as the season goes on, you're going to hear a lot of Weaver. I really think so. Because right now he's better than Oli is. He's a better pass rusher than Oli is. I truly think so already, and that's no slight on Oli. But I
yeah,
see Weaver could be special if he contains his emotions and keeps his head and mind on football. This guy could be really, really good, especially because there's so much talent around him on this defense. It'll be hard to key on him. Um, I'm so excited, man. This guy, this is one of those names that you may only know if you're a Titans fan, but I think people will start hearing his name this year for sure.
yeah. I think over this season and the season after, I think we're gonna start looking back on these last couple of drafts, and I just think we've done a really good job, man. Drafting. I think this year we did an awesome. I was
I love
super
it.
happy with the draft, man.
Yeah.
Um, I thought it was one of the best drafts we've had in years. And if Farley pans out, it'd be another type of, I guess, Jeffrey Simmons type of draft pick that.
Man, what a draft
Um,
that was. Wow.
oh yeah, dude, amazing draft. I'm gonna get to some of these comments here, and guys, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet. Go follow TA Titan Anderson Sports. He's putting out content all the time. I don't know how he does it. He's got 2 kids, a family, and all that stuff, and he pumps out the content because he is the king. So y'all go check his stuff out for sure.
Shout out to Billy.
Yeah, shout out to Billy. I saw him in the chat too, and Billy's gonna be the baseball, the MLB guy.
Yeah,
Titan Anderson Sports.
he's it's funny. He loves baseball, man. It's so funny, man. It really is. His team sucks, but it's all good. Um,
Who's this team?
he likes the Dodgers, so I bust his balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Nah, they're legit. But yeah, shout out to him. He helps me. He helps a lot with a lot of the baseball stuff you guys see is 90% him. So it's a testament to him. And he's growing too. With learning how to do things. So again, shout out
that's
to him,
awesome.
man. He's doing well.
Yeah, definitely give him a shout out for sure. Let me scroll back here, get to some of these comments here. Let's see. William said some had Willis at pick 2 to Detroit. Yeah, they did. Some had him super high.
I really thought the Panthers were going to pull the trigger on him. Like honestly,
I did too. I thought
that's
he'd
who
be
I
a good
thought.
fit there.
Yeah, I really thought that's where he was going.
Titan South said Tannehill should play a quarter or he might be rusty week 1. What do you think about that?
I don't think it's not like he's not throwing the ball thousands of times every day. You know what I mean? I wouldn't look too much into that.
It's weird. You see some of these teams around the league, like Pat Mahomes played. There's been a lot of starters. I don't think they're going to play any starters. They might do the same thing like they did last week, where they threw in like Fulton and Farley and some guys like that. Luan played, and some other starter. Bud Dupree played, which I was kind of surprised about that. But I think you'll see some of these guys in there. Somebody, Sin City Titan mentioned Autry earlier. Something up with Autry? Or
Yeah, it's something like he hasn't been out there or whatever. Like I haven't looked too much into it.
Haven't
I
heard
was
his name much.
Danico Autry. Yeah, he hasn't been out there, but that's somebody who we're gonna definitely need. He's literally like the Robin to Jeffrey Simmons out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's done so well. So that's somebody that I think we all should keep our eye out on for sure. But I think if it was something serious, I think we would have already known.
Right.
So I mean, unless someone knows something in the chat, go ahead and post. But I haven't really dug too much into that. Oiler Titan says sprained wrist. Okay, maybe it is that.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard much about him during training camp. So I was.
Oh, Titans in truth. What's up, buddy?
Let's see here. Let's see. Josh Allen played against bad teams in college. I guess he's talking about that. I hope Tannehill has a season that he gets to play with starting wide receivers consistently. I hope so too. I mean, that was the big issue last year. I mean, that's what Titans for Life was saying, why they want to keep 7. They did keep 7 last year, but obviously the majority of them were hurt. As far as that, Williams says, who would be better at left guard, Radens or Brewer? I don't know. That's a tough one to answer just because we haven't seen Radens play.
Well, Brewer's a guy who's gonna be on the line. He'll be starting, whether it's wherever it is, who knows, whatever. But
Yeah.
he's I think he's earned that. Especially the way Vrabel talks about him being undersized or whatever, seems to not really bother Vrabel. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, Radens is 6'6", 301. He needs to get up to 312. I guess he is pretty small for a tackle. And they're like 330 nowadays in the league. Tackles are huge.
Crazy.
Oiler Titan says that's when he said sprained wrist there. And Jonathan Hernandez says one topic I don't hear mentioned enough is how Tim Kelly will help the offense. He'll have Phillips and Burks looking like stars. Yeah, we've talked about it a lot on this channel. How Tim Kelly could, I think Tim Kelly's going to be a huge part of this offense.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of quick throws. Watch. There's going to be so many throws to Derrick Henry in the backfield, or quick throws, jet sweeps, end around. We're gonna surprise people. We're still gonna run the ball a lot and do play action, but there's gonna be a lot of tricky plays that we don't operate well typically, and I think a lot of that's coming. That's why we picked up a Robert Woods. That's why we replaced AJ Brown with a guy like Treylon Burks, because of the fact of the things he's capable of. These are all guys who are coming into the offense that can get the ball in their hands and make plays after the catch. These are all guys who can get open, create space, even before the ball's in their hands. And these are all things we needed in the playoffs last year, including adding 2 tight ends.
Yeah, it's exciting too.
Oh yeah.
There was a play. They showed it on I wish I would have got it. They showed it was Chig or Tannehill to Chig today. He threw a laser to him. And it was awesome. There's a highlight out against the who are they playing this Saturday? The Cardinals. It was against the practice with them today. Titans and Truth is in the building. He said, "What's up, Titan brothers? I definitely like Weaver. Don't get why people are down on Farley. Are people down on Farley? Has that been a thing like this week or something?"
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Why? He played great.
A lot of people down on him. It's interesting. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, even if you even if you're not the biggest fan of him, I think realistically you should understand he's been injured. I mean, the talent is, go look at what he's capable of. It's there. We don't have a guy like that. Christian Fulton doesn't run 4.2, no matter how good he is. We don't have a guy that can. Nobody on the team runs that fast. So a lot of people need to realize, like, I mean, dislike him, fine, but at least you got to root for him. At least he's on our team. So I'm very confused with a lot of the negativity. But there's a lot of it. Like, a lot of people want McCreary in over Farley, and that's fine. But just know that if McCreary does get beat, he's probably not catching up to a guy like Farley could. So we'll see, man. I don't know. I root for all of our guys. It's just how it is. It's just weird, though. It is weird. It's just weird seeing a lot of people down on Farley. A lot of people use the B word bust, and I'm just like, I don't know how. Like, how is that possible?
You can't label him that yet. I mean, it's not.
It's being thrown out. It is, and it's crazy to me. It's just like Christian Fulton didn't play his first year barely. He came back his second year and kicked ass. Like, come on, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes out and, tears his ACL or whatever again this year, then yeah, you could call him that going into
injury
year 3
or
whatever.
Yeah.
And y'all go check out Titans and Truth. Check out his YouTube channel. He's been doing a series where he's previewing each division. And I can't remember what he called it, but if you want to give your information in there in the chat, Truth, put it in there. I'll put it on the screen. Let's see. Oiler Titan. Maybe the Titans are going to trade Kevin Byard. I think that's impossible. Byard is literally the team spokesman. He's been here forever. I don't see them ever, unless Byard just starts sucking all of a sudden. But I mean, the dude's at the top of his game. And he's number 34. They finally gave him his due. On the NFL top 100 list. So I thought that was pretty awesome that they, finally. I think they've had him on there. I just don't think he was ever that high. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's some respect right there, and it's about time. It literally is, because he's really only had 2 down years, and actually 1, because his rookie year he was playing out of position. They got that dude Johnson from the Cardinals to start over him for 1 year. But to be honest, you don't know what you're gonna have when you drafted him in the 3rd round. You don't know.
Right.
And then the year previous to last, he had 1 interception, didn't work out.
Yeah.
But every other year has been all pro pretty much. So it's like, we're lucky to have him.
Let's see here. Somebody else said something about Farley down here. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited to see what Farley can do. I think Byard's awesome, man, and he's such a good dude. Like, when we went to the practice, like, he was one of the first ones to come out, literally sign everybody's autograph. Like, was talking to people, was kissing babies, hugging people. Like, the dude, it's like, I swear he could be like a politician one day or something. Like, the dude is awesome, man. He is like the franchise guy. I'm excited to see what he does this year too, because Kevin Byard, when he's on his game, and he was last year, he is a game changer. Like, he is a dude that can literally turn a whole game around, can win you a game. And speaking of safeties, they did pick up a safety today. They traded some future late round picks. What's the guy's name? I don't even know. Ugo Amadi. I think I got that right. So they picked him up from the Seahawks. Now, he's a guy who's played a lot the last 3 years. I was looking at his stats. He's had like 50 tackles each season, combined tackles, a pick here and there. So, I mean, he's definitely brings depth to the safety position, and that's something we talked about, how we didn't have much depth. So that's something that we've needed, right? So it'll be interesting to see where they take away from, as far as these positions, who they're keeping, who they're letting go. We'll find out. I think it's is it? I think it's right after the last preseason game, right, when they start making the cuts. So let's see here. Yeah, so they'll be down. They're at 80 right now, and they'll be down to 53. As far as that goes. Let's see if we got any more comments here. Jonathan Hernandez says, I think Hillard is still the third down back, but Haskins has looked solid. What do you think of the backup running back position? Do you think is Hillard the number 2 guy?
That's interesting. I don't know. I would assume in obvious power back situations, probably you would go with Hassan.
Yeah.
But I think it would be, I don't know, that's the thing. It's Hilliard is obviously faster. That's something I'm not sure how they want to approach that. Obviously Hilliard is going to be in the obviously like the obvious long down passing situations. He'll be the guy. But how they handle it with, first, second, third, whatever, whether Henry needs a breather or whatever, that's going to be interesting to see, especially if Haskins continues to develop. Like, how are you going to not, like, if Henry's not in there and this guy is out there doing his thing, how do you not have him out there? So I think I think a lot of it could be, who's just playing better at that time. Unless it's an obvious passing situation, then I think Hilliard has that.
DJ Abacall has a question. He says, how important are the first 3 weeks? The Giants are easy, but the Raiders and Bills, how important is it to win those games? I think, the Giants is obviously a must win. You got to beat the Giants. I got the 2022. This was a thing I made a while back, but it shows the 2022 roster. So we're playing the Giants at home, then we're at the Bills, and then we're home versus the Raiders. I think, you definitely, obviously you want to go 3-0 there, but 2-1, I would say you would definitely need to go 2-1 there. The Bills are going to be tough this year.
You got to go 2-1, and if you're not 2-1 at least, that's that you're gonna dig yourself a little hole.
Yeah, it's 1-2. It's a crappy hole to be in starting out the season. I think I'm not buying the Raiders hype yet. I think they'll be a decent team like they always are. Kind of, I think they're better than like an 8 or a 9-7 or what is it now, 9-8 record or whatever. But I think they're definitely a beatable team. But the Bills is going to be tough because it's in Buffalo. They're going to want revenge, after that debacle in Nashville. I wish I could have been at that game, dude. All right. So another today, there was a lot of good video come out today. There was a lot of good stuff. There was some bad stuff too. Tannehill threw some picks. Malik threw some picks against the Cardinals today. I know Kenzie showed out. He was 8 for 8 on his. There was a deep bomb that Malik threw to him, a 40-yard bomb. I wish they had video of it, but they don't have video of it. The Titans might put out a video of it, but he caught a 40-yard bomb from Malik. It'll be exciting to see this game. It'll be exciting to see who steps up. What players are you looking for in this upcoming game that to solidify the position for you, or whatever players you're looking forward to see as far as some of these roster battle spots and things like that?
Well, I want to see Farley go out and have another solid game and just be like, okay, this is my position. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just get that over with. I would like to see Weaver go out and have another strong preseason game. I I think those two, mainly just because it's the defense. I really want this defense to finish top 5 this year. But I mean, it would be nice to get Burks going a little bit.
Right.
If not, like, it's not the end of the world, because like I said, Tannehill's going to be the one throwing to him.
Yeah.
And they already seem like they have a connection. I mean, making diving catches and stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, and then the Malik watch, that's going to be huge, because I want to see him play the whole game. I don't think Woodside should be in at all. I mean, if you want to give him a fourth quarter just to say thank you for a few years, goodbye, there you go. But
Yeah.
but let Malik get some time. Let him play, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think I think you got to give him the most time he can. I mean, if you're planning on him being your backup, obviously you don't want him getting hurt. But if you're planning on being your backup, then I think you gotta give him time. More of the Titans said Traylon Burks has Kenny Britt like rookie year, 700 plus yards. I mean, I'd be cool with that. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's the thing is, dude. I mean, NWI is going to be our starting number 2 going into the season, as far as what I hear. So
that better not happen. That better not happen.
dude, that's what I've heard, man. I mean,
It's ridiculous.
at
It's
this
ridiculous.
point, like, that's what I've heard. So
They also said that Tajay Sharp coming out his rookie year was going to be like, you remember in training camp, Tajay Sharp was still in the show, and they're like, oh, damn,
Right.
5th round pick or whatever is going to, no, he's not. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, that'd be awesome if he goes out there and balls out. You know, I hope. I'm not against him by any means. I want all the Titans to do well, but I feel like we know what he is. He's not gonna make somebody miss and outrun anybody for 80 yards. No, he can't do that. So by having him on the field and not having Traylon Burks, you're taking away big play opportunity every single time you touch a football, every play.
DJ says, who do you see stepping up to Ian Rossi in the receiving core? Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would like to see Burks get some, make a couple catches or whatever. I would like to see Rossi make some plays in this game. I'd like to see him burn one deep or whatever. Rossi's exciting to watch, man. I'm excited about that dude.
All right, well, let's just be honest. We want to see a Malik deep ball to Mason Kinsey, 80-yard deep ball. Just give him a shot, and I need a video recording on Rossi and Upload's face as it happens live.
It's gonna be nuts.
That would be awesome. If he comes down with it, oh man.
I wish they would. They do it to him. They do it in practice.
I know. They always throw it to him deep in camp and practice and stuff. And it's just like, throw it to him. If it's one-on-one, let him try.
Dude, in the game, I was so frustrated. And his parents were there, Janet, and shout out to Janet and Scott. They were there, and we were texting back and forth. Like, dude, what is Woodside doing? Like, we were literally watching Kinsey get wide freaking open on 2 touchdown plays, just wide open. And we actually got to kind of hang out with Mason after the game in the parking lot. He came out to the parking lot, and he had a good point. And I don't think he would mind me sharing this or whatever, but he said that last preseason, he went off last preseason. He was the leading receiver in receptions. And he said last preseason, there was just a lot more time. Like when he would get out of and he said this, when he would get out of his break, he could see Woodside. He could see his eyes. He could see him. Now, this preseason, he said when he comes out of his break, it's like he's running blind out there because he can't see Woodside at all. That's how bad the offensive line is. And it makes sense. Like he said, if I can't see him, I know he's not seeing me. So it's hard to judge just because the O-line play has been so bad. But I think that he's a guy that has a knack for getting open. I think he would help your roster. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to go out there and get 500 yards and and have a bunch of TDs or whatever. But I think he's a guy you could plug in there every so often, get a quick first down. If Phillips goes out, he's a guy I think that is capable of playing that position. I'm not going to keep going on about it because people give me hell about it, but whatever. I was arguing with the guy like all day on Twitter today, and it's like, why do I even try and argue? Because it's it's funny, dude. But really though, like today, that tweet today about Phillips, right? About him missing the punts. If this would have been Mason Kinsey, there were 3 comments on this tweet. If this would have been Mason Kinsey, there would have been 20 people. Oh, he's done. He's done. Cut him. He sucks. That's the end. You know. But since it's Phillips, everybody's like, and even me, I'm the same way. I said it earlier in the video. Oh, he'll be all right. He'll be like, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, I root for all the players. I love Phillips, man. I think he's going to be great this season. I think he's one of those receivers that are going to come out, shock the whole league, and he's going to be awesome for Tannehill. You know, that's just what I think. You know, I think he's got a hell of a weapon in Phillips there in the slot. I mean, when's the last time we had a receiver like that in the slot? As fast as he is and shifty and can get open like that.
Well, there was this guy named I'm kidding.
Yeah, Chester Rogers.
I don't know, man. Like, you know, I know this is kind of random, I guess. I thought we should have used Pac-Man at slot receiver sometimes. Like literally when we had him, I thought he would have been awesome. He would have been fun, man. Little gadget receiver type thing. Random, I know, but I always thought that. Like I was really happy. I remember when we drafted him, where I was at a grocery store called Carnival's, and we drafted him. I remember exactly where I was, and I was like, oh damn, that's cool. Dude runs around and talks shit to people, and he has a black visor. I thought it was me with visor. I thought it was cool, man. He was so cool, man. He had the dreads, and he was really good with us. He really was. It sucks. It sucks that we lost him, man. It's crazy.
William Young says Derek Mason, but Derek Mason played the outside too.
I mean,
This guy played more.
This guy literally is a slot receiver. That's what he does. Like he doesn't do anything else.
Right. Or the Titan says Ernest Gibbons. Yeah, I mean he was one of the greats in Oiler history. Titan South says Farley will trash talk AJ when we play the Eagles. I hope he does. That would be awesome. Somebody had mentioned something about AJ talking trash on Twitter today, but he's always doing that. Like that's but he's gotten bold. He really has. Luke Christensen says Titans Rossi for president and gave me $2. I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna need more than that though if I'm gonna run for president. So open up your wallet.
Can run to the red box though.
Open up your wallet. No, that's one of my best friends, man. He's not even a football fan, but I know he's just tuning in for the support. So shout out to Luke, man. He lives in Texas. He's one of my good buddies. So anyways, man, I guess we'll start wrapping it up, dude. Anything else you got as far as what's going on? Anything as far as the Titans are concerned, man?
I'm just I'm so ready for this season. Like I'm really happy that the Malik thing is going on right now because I mean, and the Phillips to a certain extent, but Malik is like literally like it's big news. You know what I'm saying? It's big time publicity news, whatever. And I'm glad that it's given us something to be excited about because it's been a hard off season, at least for me. And I know a lot of Titans fans, man. It's been a rough off season, man. And it's nice to know that and Ryan Tannehill knows if he doesn't play well, this guy's right here with a loaded football team ready to go. So I'm very excited. I really am, man. And it's dope to be able to come on the Rossi Report again, talk Titans because man, It's crazy. I haven't had time to do live streams or anything like that. I'm always just working extra now, and then having baby TA now. It's I don't really have that much time. So my live things are going to be mostly for the games and stuff. So, but I do appreciate you for holding it down, doing everything that you do, and let's just hope this season's a good one, man. Let's get to the same position that we're in, make a run at a Super Bowl, man, and well, let's just hope we go farther. Let's hope we get out. Let's get one win at least.
If say hypothetically, and I hope he doesn't. I hope he kills it this year. But say Tannehill has a season like he did last year. Do you think he'll be a starter again in the league, or do you think he'll be kind of on the backup train from then on out?
I think it's up to him if he would even want to still play. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like he's got so much money. He's gotten so many contracts. He got the 8th overall pick rookie contract.
He's
also
loaded.
Yeah, it's not like he really needs it. So it's like he's gonna get a big payday this year from us. It's I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. He's got all the talent in the world. He really is a really good quarterback. He can throw the ball 70 yards. He's got a beautiful spiral on his throw. He's a run. He can run. He just makes boneheaded mistakes in the playoffs when it matters most. And let's just hope it turns around this year, because I truly think we're in for a really good season from Tannehill. I really do. I think he's gonna have a really good season and get us back into the same area. Whether we're first seed or not, I don't know, but we'll be AFC South champions again.
I think it's, if Tannehill can just I think a lot of it depends on the play calling and Tim Kelly, what he brings to the table. I really do, man. I think a lot of it hinges on that. Obviously, a lot of it hinges on the offensive line, the wide receiver play. But you have tight ends now, so that makes a huge difference. I really think, man, if Tannehill can just kind of not try to win the game on his own, be efficient, man. Be efficient. Just lead your team, dink and dunk if you have to, whatever you need to do. Just don't turn the ball over. Don't freaking throw just idiot interceptions like in the playoff game and stuff like that. He threw a lot of picks last year. He threw like 14, 15 picks. Dude, you gotta clean that up, man. If you want this team is in a Super Bowl. They're a Super Bowl caliber type of team with the defense they have. If they didn't have the defense, I would say no. But with the defense that they have, this team to me is a Super Bowl caliber team with Derrick Henry being efficient, playing that type of play action type of offense that Tannehill thrives in. If they can do that, man, the sky's the limit, dude. The sky's the limit for him. So I'm excited about what he could do. I really am. Let's see. Sin City says I'm excited about the depth at running back should extend Henry's career. Yeah, it should, man. William Young says Titan Rossi will beat Biden hands down. I would hope anybody could beat Biden. I don't know. The guy's like 95 years old. So I would hope anybody could beat that guy. Anyway, so I guess that's it, man. I guess we'll wrap it up, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. You guys go follow TA, man. Titan Anderson Sports. Him and Billy got it locked down over there. They're doing awesome things, dude. I would love to see you get to freaking 9,000-10,000 this season, dude. I think it's very possible. The way your live shows went, dude, your live shows last season were unbelievable. The way they exploded, you were getting, I think you got probably 3,000-4,000 subs last season. So,
yeah, probably. Last year was the first full season I did with a full, complete studio. That was the first season I ever did it with a full studio, and this will be the second one. the second season at a full studio, but I've been doing the Titans, games for, I don't know, a while now, but full time now. I don't know, a few years or whatever, but yeah, it's when you put in the extra effort, whether it's adding a new something to the studio to help out your quality, it does help, man. It really does. And it's better visually for people, even with the audio, like even with not having a mic compared to having the other mic that I had compared to having this one, all upgrades,
Right.
man. And it's for everybody, man. So appreciate everybody. I really do. Hopefully I do make it to 10K. That'd be awesome. Yeah, man, Ross, we got to get you on my channel soon, man. I gotta find a way to get a live stream too, but I just haven't done it, so I do apologize to everybody. But you guys have Rossi, you got Upload, you got guys like Tighten Up for Life and Titans Time and Weekly, and
Yeah.
you name it. There's so many of them, you guys. So there's a lot of Titans content, you guys. So, but I do, Rossi, I do appreciate you, man. Anytime you need me, man, I got you.
Yeah, for sure. And there'll be a lot of them coming out the woodwork this season too.
Yeah.
We start winning, there'll be a lot of channels come out the woodwork, and then they'll quit.
They will.
The off season.
Yeah, there'll be 10 more Titans channels coming out after week 1's win against the Giants, and then when we struggle in week 2, half of them will disappear.
Yeah.
Shoot. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Rossi. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, dude. All right, man. I'll see you later.
Tighten
brother.
up, guys. Love you guys. Let's go.
So that's TA, man. Awesome dude, man. Good friend of mine as well. A lot of respect for him and him and his family. He's a great father and a great person. So shout out to TA. And Titan Fox says, great show, guys. I love seeing the Rossi. Yeah, man, we got a good little thing going. It's a lot of fun. I love doing it. I love getting on here every week. I apologize, guys, that I haven't been able to push out the content like I was, a few months back, but just had some changes in my life where I had to move and this and that, and with my job and all that type of stuff. But where you got some awesome stuff coming up. I've been able to get kind of my stuff back going, my background and things like that. So finally got some things set up and things going. We're still planning on doing the live pregame show from the stadium. So we'll put a thing out on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter, guys. At Titans Rossi on Twitter. We do have quite a bit of followers on there, so please give me a follow on there, because that's where I share all my stuff about, like, all my tweets, all my breaking news, my source information, things like that. I do share it on Twitter, so please follow me on Twitter too, and please give a like to this video, man, and a shout out to the Titan Upload Network. We've actually added some people.
Tick, tick, boom. We're bringing the noise. Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out.
So we have added the Power Hour. So shout out to the Power Hour. Go follow him if you haven't yet. We got some great plans coming up for this season. As far as all of us, we have the Power Hour now. We have me, obviously, Titan Upload, and Titans for Life. There's also a couple other people that are involved in the channel. Sin City Titan. We're going to start doing some stuff too with him. And obviously TA, he's got his own thing, but he's a big part of this network, a huge contributor. So he's been doing a lot. And shout out to Titans and Truth and Titans Time podcasts and Locked on Titans and Titans Weekly, all the guys who are out there putting in work for the Titans. I'm not hating on anybody, so shout out to everybody who's out there putting in work for the Titans. I think it's pretty cool. So anyways, guys, we're going to get on out of here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Would love to get the 50 likes, and shout out to Grandizer as well. He's always in here hyping up the videos and stuff like that. So shout out to you, brother. I do appreciate it. And Al Pierce and Laurel Company and Titan Fox and Grandizer and MB and Hindanger, William Young, Sin City Titan, Billy Mann, Titan Fox, JS75, Paulie D, love you, Blue. What's up, man? It's good to see you in here. And all you guys, man, all you guys who are DJ Abacal, Titan South, Oiler Titan, all you guys that have been in here commenting, you guys that have followed MB, you've been following us for a long time. So Jonathan Hernandez as well. He's been a follower. Romeo Saint. If you guys, I know most of you have subbed already. If you haven't yet, shout out to Josh too. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do, man. We greatly appreciate all the subs. It makes things go, you know, when people are watching, people are interested. It makes the show fun. So I do appreciate it. I will be at the game this Saturday. If you're going to be at the game, let me know. Send me a message on Twitter. Reach out to me if you'd like to meet up or whatever. I love meeting, just conversating with all my fans and followers. So if you guys are going to be at the game, shout out at me on Twitter. And I'd love to meet you there. I'd love to hang out with you, get together. Road to 5K, let's get it. I hope so, man. I'm at 12, but I think if we do this stadium pregame thing, there should be no issue at us getting the 5K. I mean, we're planning on doing a live thing at the pregame where we set up at the home games. We set up a table just like the media does. It'll be legit. It'll be like NFL Today for the fans. If you want to come on by, get interviewed, it'll be a 1.5 hour, 2 hour show. We'll talk about the game. We'll have guests. It'll be fun. So if we can pull that off, I don't see any reason why this channel cannot get the 5K. So anyways, yeah, I think we have got over 50 likes a few times going live. Not recently, but we have got over 50 likes in the past. I think we got 100 at one time, but anyways, guys, hit that like button. Talking about likes, hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Sin City Titan, I'll holler at you later. And tighten up, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys freaking rock. You make this channel and this network what it is. Tighten up. Let's go. Let's go get the Super Bowl.
Oh, how y'all doing? This is Jalen Fly, aka the Mountain Mover. Make sure y'all follow my movement. But in the meantime, check us out. I need y'all to like and subscribe because this is Titans Rossi. Oh, let's go.